y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jules. If you have seen my videos before and you're subscribed, welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again. I'm actually getting better at that. I'm becoming a real YouTuber. Shouts out to me. Today, I just wanted to chit chat a little bit and also just have like a kind of day in the life of me being a business coach because I work from home. I'm always on Zoom calls or in Voxer. If you don't know what that is, that's an app where you can like send text and voice messages and video messages and things like that. So I'm usually like on Zoom and in Voxer Monday through Wednesday consistently, and then Thursday and Friday kind of trickles off. So, but before we even get into that, I have like 30 minutes before my first coaching call. My first coaching call is at 10 and my second one is always at 12. But sometimes like if my clients need to move around, sometimes I have clients at 2:30, but I really try to prioritize being off of calls and like done with work by the time my daughter gets home, which is like a little bit before 5 o'clock, because that is one of the things that I was like, I need to prioritize not working when my daughter gets home so that I can, chat it up with her, be available for her if she wants to talk or, watch TV or whatever. And I've been doing really good with that. The only time I didn't do good with that in the last couple of months was when I was rewriting my workbook, Business Beyond the Chair, because I was actually doing that after my coaching calls. So that had to be during the evening. But besides that, I've been doing pretty good. And also, y'all, my work brain turns off, honestly, on Thursday, because Thursday is my first off day, meaning I don't take calls. Sometimes I'm still doing work, though. I'm still like proofreading my clients' ebooks, their master classes, because I help them. Well, we'll talk about what I help with my clients with. Sometimes I am like auditing their website, their social media, giving them pointers and things like that. So sometimes my work week does kind of trickle into Thursday and Friday sometimes. Yeah, let me sip my coffee though, because it's so good. I have been waking up and drinking hella water. And sometimes I skip the coffee and I wait until I have my first meal to drink coffee. So I'm even doing better with that because I usually just wake up and drink coffee. Now I'm like, I need to drink a whole bunch of water, eat something possibly, but I'm not a breakfast person all the time. Most of the time, I'm not a breakfast person. So I don't really be eating my first meal until like 12, 1, 2 o'clock sometimes. So, and I know coffee probably causes that because it suppresses your hunger. But anyways, let me have a sip of my coffee. My sister gave me this cup when she went to Virginia Beach. It's so cute. It even came with like a little spoon that goes, I don't know if you can see this hole, but there's like a spoon that like slides in there. But I use that to scoop up the coconut oil that I oil pull with in the mornings. So that's in my bathroom. That's where it's gonna stay. All right, so what I do. Okay, so I am a business coach for beauty and wellness professionals. What that means is I help service providers in both of those industries learn how to manage their business with systems, put structure in place so that their business is run a little bit more smoothly. And I help them grow their revenue basically. So a lot of times my clients are either coming to me because they're just starting their business and they really need to create a intentional, unique business model. So I help with all that, like creating your service menu, your target audience, your client journey, all of those types of things, your pricing, all of that. I help with that. But then sometimes clients come to me and they already have all that, but they want to make sure that they have certain systems in place so that they run a little bit more efficiently and effectively. So they're usually coming to me to like put email marketing in place or to switch their booking app and use like maximize that booking app and use all the features to their benefit. Or they usually like have me come in and audit certain things, teach them financial awareness, help them understand their finances, how to plan for quarters and things like that. And usually that middle tier client is coming in and wanting me to help them either build their clientele or maintain their clientele. So that's the second tier. Then the third tier, they're usually people who have been in business for a while. Some of them are salon owners or spa owners, and they are usually good with clients, but now they're ready to diversify their income. So they're either tapping into physical products or digital products. And so I help them brainstorm it, produce it, launch it, and then continue promoting it. Because a lot of times people create things and then they promote it like on launch week, and then after that it just kind of goes to the wayside. So I don't promise sales or anything. I'm not in sales, but I do help all of my clients with the logistics of it, like gaining clarity behind everything that you're doing and being intentional with it. And I'm always coming in, giving them the strategy, and then kind of feeding them the strategy little by little over the course of 3 months, because most of my clients work with me for 3 months. Moving into 2024, I already know that I am going to be a business's operating manager, because I love my clients. Like, I love coaching, but also there's like an itch I need to scratch with actually being able to operate someone's business. Because what happens with me being a business coach is I am coaching you on how to, for one, think for yourself, make good business decisions, plan, put structure in place, figure out what systems you need, implement the system, test the system, audit it, all those things, right? I'm coaching you on how to do this. I don't do this for you. I just make it easier for you because I guide you and hold you accountable. But I want to come into a business and, be clear on where all their gaps are and then help them fill it. Actually be a part of that business for 3 to 6 months. I think I'm not going to take like less than 3 months, because it really does take the first month of gaining an understanding, the second month of like starting to implement my own strategy, and the third month of making sure that I audit everything, see if it works, and then continue it on or change it. But 2024, I'm definitely looking for a business that I also love. Of course, me and the owner and whoever else they have on their team, we have to get along, and it has to be like good meshing of energy. But that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. And once I get that in place, I already know that next year I'm only going to be taking like 3 VIP clients, 3 to 4. This year I take 5 to 6. I was taking 5 to 6. Last year, child, I was taking like 8 to 10 clients. And that was stressful, okay? I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I definitely was working at night sometimes. I definitely was working on the weekends sometimes. And I was always in Voxer, always. My clients was messaging me all the time because I had so many. So 2024 is definitely going to look a little bit different. The operations manager is definitely going to go into play. Not sure who I will be working with. It may be you. I don't know. Having only 3 clients at a time, and because I open my VIP coaching every 3 months, that means that I may very well be working with 3 to 4 clients for 3 months before I take on the next 3 to 4 clients. So that's happening. And then the last thing, 2024, I'm really I am going to start my boot camp back up, because when I started my coaching career, one of the first things I offered right before I retired and knew this is what I wanted to do full time was an 8-week boot camp for hairstylists to learn how to manage their business with ease. So I honestly taught everything, like from your brand statement, auditing your Instagram bio, your profile, your website. We even went in and changed up people's policies, their signature service menus, condensed it down a lot. I'm saying I'm the only one that taught it. In my mind, I have a whole team. But I even helped them with gaining financial awareness, because y'all, you would be surprised how many beauty professionals do not pay themselves. All they do is like transfer money from their business to their personal and pay bills. I am trying to help people understand like how to actually plan to pay yourself and put that into your business budget, because your business needs to be paying yourself. You would not be working for free anywhere else, okay? And you did not start your own business for you to work for free and only be paying bills. But next year, I do want to just focus on a few aspects within the 8 weeks and not try to throw everything at the kitchen sink in 8 weeks. So next year, 2024, I am coming back out with my business boot camps. And I'm probably going to do 2 to 3 for the year because, again, those are basically 2 months. But yeah, I have just fell in love with helping people gain clarity. Like, that is my superpower. If you tell me what you want to do, how you want to do it, who you want to help, even if you're not 100% sure, I always know the questions to ask for it to provoke a thought or to provoke you to dive deeper into your intentions behind why you're creating what you're creating, or, what you want to offer people. So I always preach like clarity before consistency, because you can be very consistent going nowhere. And it doesn't mean that you have to have all the answers at the start of you creating your business, because some of it is just kind of like feeling things out, testing things, but you do want to be intentional with every step. You don't want to just be saying yes to opportunities or yes to clients that you already know don't align with your business. So, that is my superpower, clarity. I am an intense listener. So a lot of times I'll listen to my clients and then I'll recreate what they say, and they're like, how did you do that? So I know that is why I am an amazing business coach, because a lot of it is meeting people where they are and then guiding them at the pace that they can handle, but making sure that there's always like a growth goal. With some of my clients, I was more so working on their mindset, whether they had a scarcity mindset or whether they were like just scared to make every move or very unsure, not confident. A lot of times my clients don't necessarily know that this is what I'm working on them with, but sometimes it's their confidence, and sometimes it's their decision-making skills, and sometimes it's their like just changing their perspective on certain moves that we're making within the strategy. I'm doing that in the background because I'm meeting them where they are, and I can kind of see like what needs to be tweaked for them to truly like drive this business forward and thrive and not just survive. So yes, that is what I do. I started off only coaching hairstylists, and then it trickled into nail techs and estheticians, massage therapists. I this year had my first breathwork teacher coach, and I've had my first inner healer. So it's been dope. It's been really cool. And that's why I say beauty and wellness. Those two industries I am in love with. I can relate to, and they are very, very similar in terms of providing a service and being very personable with the clients that you take on. So I'm about to get ready for this call, finish some of my coffee. My first client, she's been in business for a long time. She was even a cosmetology teacher for years. And now she is really focusing on taking over her dad's shop. It's a barbershop. She also does other hairstyles. And he passed away, so she's really trying to make sure that she makes the business thrive and continue on, and also have different streams of income for herself. So we are thinking about t-shirts that she wants to start producing for the shop, because the shop has been in the community for decades, and a lot of people knew her father, a lot of people relate to the shop. But we're also thinking about coming out with her own master classes. Since she was a cosmetology teacher and she knows how to teach, she just needs help with brainstorming, creating the overview, creating the logistics, producing it because she's never done that before, and then launching it because she's not very, very active on social media. And so we're definitely getting her prepared for all that comes with that, because you really do have to build up your social media presence before you like launch a masterclass or a course, because who are you selling to if you don't? And there was another thing with her. Oh, and as of now, she has been taking clients, like booking clients and writing it on paper in her notebook, and keeping up with client transactions on paper. So I have slowly integrated her. I believe we are on month 2. I've slowly integrated her from creating a Google sheet for her. And I usually create my clients templates just so what I'm asking of them is a little bit easier to do. So I created a Google sheet so that she can start tracking her clients, because I'm like, how many are walk-ins? How many actually like booked an appointment weeks before, like at their last appointment, and she didn't know any of that. So, you know, on her Google Sheet, it's the client's name, it's the date that they came in, it's all the services that they got, how long it took her to do those services, the pricing of each individual service, and then the total. And if she sold any products, if she got any tips, and if they were a walk-in or an appointment. So yeah, we're working on a lot of things. And this week we are transferring her from the Google Sheet to actually a booking app. So it's gonna be exciting. My second client, she is already a salon owner. She has 6 chairs filled in her salon, but she is moving into online education. She's creating a course and for hairstylists who want to be proficient in curly hair. And she is opening salon suites. So she's getting out of the salon business model and she's actually opening salon suites. So that's going to be really exciting to help her with that. And very last thing, it is October and I always take December off in terms of like being on calls with clients. So in September, I offered a 2-month VIP coaching special because it couldn't be 3 months because we will be going into December and I'm not working in December like that anyway. And so these 2 clients that I'm talking about are only going to be with me for 60 days. So I'm definitely hoping that they continue on in the new year when I open VIP coaching again, because there's just so much more I want to work with them on. So that's it for now, child. Let me sip my coffee and get ready for this call. Okay, I promised I was going to bring you guys along. So I just got off the call with my first client. We totally established her service menu because she knocked off a lot of services. I'm a major believer in condensing your service menu, offering what you love, offering whatever is aligned to your niche passion, and then taking off everything else. And a lot of times that kind of changes up your clientele. And so you may not have the same clients that you used to before, and you kind of just have to prepare for that. But as long as you are staying in the trajectory of aligning with what you truly, truly want to do, because you have the power to change your business and make it what you want, then the changes have to be made. So anyway, the whole call was establishing all of her policies to make sure she feels really good about them, because she's the person who's going to have to enforce these policies. So it can't just be what I'm telling her to do. It has to be what she's comfortable with. We went ahead and created all of her service categories, and she was missing treatments. She was not necessarily charging for treatments, and treatments are money makers. So I was like, we need a category for treatments. And please remember to charge your clients for the treatments when you get to checkout, and explain it to them at the start of their appointment and things like that. Also, what else did we do today? We just solidified making sure that she knew how to work the new booking app. So she's going to do SquareUp. I love Vagaro, but a lot of my clients use Square, so I'm not 100% opposed to it. But she was already a little familiar with it, so she's going to keep that. So no time to eat because my next call is at 12 and it is 11:58. So I'm about to get ready for that. This call may not last 2 hours. Usually my calls last 2 hours, but this one may not, because she's kind of like the tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. So yeah.
About myself, because you can see me outside of myself.
Yeah.
It's the same thing of what I feel like I can do with somebody working with them one-on-one. So if I'm doing a virtual thing, I don't know if I can do that virtually. I can do that on one-on-one though, because I'm watching them, observing you, I'm asking you questions, you're asking me questions, we're bantering, we go back and forth, and I'm able to build you and work with you based on your actual curated, cultivated needs.
Yeah.
So
You're such a people's person, I can tell. So first thing I do want to address, you said that you don't want to trade time for money, but anything one-on-one is, whether it's virtual or in person. So I do want you to think about that. Okay. It is like in real time, we're exchanging this. If you do it virtual, it'll be the same. You'll probably be on like Zoom calls. I don't know how often, but another thing I want you to think about is if you know that you thrive in person, but you know that it takes a good 4 weeks to groom the stylist, you can have like a 1-day intensive in-person thing where people are flying to you, but then the rest of the 3 weeks, because now you know their mannerisms, is virtual calls and virtual like mentorship. So you can think about it like that, and it could just be like an all-encompassing package where the in-person and the other 3 weeks comes with it.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Right.
So we're saying now that most of the course is going to be the you and the model on camera. The only thing that's going to be on a slide deck is the hair theory, the products, and the tools, and then we'll have an entry quiz at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so one more thing that I had in mind, and don't kill me. What is something that is less commitment and less impact and value that you are willing to give for someone who's not ready for the entire experience?
I'm so glad you said that.
We on the same page?
No, we are. We are. Like having a $2,400 package, like take someone who is ready to really invest. I would love to do something like that. I feel like I had the thought, and then I'm like looking at all the stuff I have right in front of me, and I'm like, we'll get to that. But I absolutely would love to have another offer that is completely online, that is passive.
So what we're doing now is we're creating your product suite. So we're starting with like your newsletter. Your subscriber. I'm still calling it a newsletter because you're still sending them stuff. But your subscribers, now they're going to get the 5 things PDF that's free. But then they should also be like kind of nurtured into getting something, just an introductory. It could be like, I don't know. It could be like 3 guided inner healing meditations. It could be whatever, like a series of these 3. She's like, it could be any of those things, but I would want it to be under $100 because what you do need is something that is going to be a no-brainer, an easy purchase, and easy purchases are always less than 100. So that's why I said like low cost, lower impact, a little less value, but it's still another stepping stone to the experience.
That's why I need you. This is why I know.
Okay. So, I had my second call with my client, and that went really well. She had some like salon thing that she had to get to while we were on the call because she was like at work, and this is the client that has 6 employees, so she had to like focus on that for a little bit, a little fire that she had to let out. But that call went really, really well. It was under an hour, and we basically brainstormed what resources she would put in her course in order to give more support for the students that is going to take her course. And we also, I just gave her like the rundown of doing the market research and running polls on Instagram to really see like what stylists are struggling with in terms of what she's creating the course from. And what else did we talk about? And yeah, she didn't do all of her homework. So usually I have my clients do like all of their homework before we hop on the next call, so that all we're doing is recapping that and we're moving on. And that's how I'm able to like get my clients to start and complete like everything. But she didn't do it all. So we kind of just went over the homework that she did not do, and I tried to always like see like, is there anything I can support you with? Is there anything that you need from me? Any questions that you have that will make this task easier to complete? But she was just like, time slipped away from her. So the next time I talk to her, she should definitely have her hair theory slide deck done and recorded, the answers to her entry quiz for the course done, and then she is working with a videographer to record the actual like model videos. Then I hopped on a last minute call with another client of mine. She has been on vacation, kind of vacation, but also kind of work because she's moving there, but she's been on vacation out of the country, and also there to see where she would want to live for a little bit. So we paused coaching. And so I didn't know if I could take her today because I didn't know how long my second call would be, but because I got off of that call early, I went ahead and took that client. And so we were just talking about a new low price, kind of lower impact, less value offer, online offer that she can get passive income from, because one of her main offer is $2,400. So we were talking about, like, you know, for the holiday season, also just like as a gateway to that $2,400 product, creating something else. And that could be, you know, something that is under $100. I'll still get some value from it. I will still be able to be introduced to her like teaching style, her vibe, and all of those types of things. And then it would usually guide me to working with her on a higher scale eventually. So I did 3 calls today. I usually do 2. And it is 2:30 and I am about to take myself to lunch. So I'm excited. I have been in my room freezing, y'all, freezing. Because every time I get up to use the bathroom in between calls or during calls, I forget to go turn the heat up. So I've literally been in my room freezing. So I still have on the crop top. This is a hoodie. I had a client who wanted to start an apparel line for women with big curly hair. So like the hoodie is like oversized. Like, look, hoodies don't come like that. And it has a silk lining. I don't know why I told y'all that, because she doesn't sell them anymore. But this was her brand, Catch Me Bloomin' in all ways, always, which I thought was pretty dope. So yeah, you'll see what I'm gonna eat, because I haven't decided in the next clip. It was freezing in there. So I had my hoodie on and I just took it off. Also, I had to take my food back because the noodles were really hard. And I hate when I order something from somewhere that I always go to, and when I say something about my food very politely. Now, I don't like when people just be complaining about their food and they're all rude with it. So even when I'm very polite, they're always trying to tell me like that's the way it comes, or like it's always like that. I was just here last week and 3 times before that. It was good though. So they remade it, but the noodles were definitely hard. I get the spicy, creamy, vegan ramen. No tofu, because tofu comes on it, and I order extra fried onions from Jinya. So it was cool. Also, do y'all ever do y'all ever appreciate a compliment but also side eye the compliment at the same time? Because I've been working out and I sent a video to my boo, and he was like, I can definitely tell that you stepped your game up. But he put definitely like in all caps. So what you trying to say? What was I doing before? He's like, I can definitely see you stepped your game up. I see a difference. And I'm like, I love this compliment. And also squinted eyes, because what you trying to say? What am I about to do? My daughter doesn't get home until a couple of hours. I was gonna go grocery shopping, but I'm gonna wait. And oh, I need to so I was interviewed on a podcast called Coach Up, I believe. If that's not the right name of it, I will post it on here. But I was interviewed on a podcast, and that was my best interview to date. So she asked really, really good questions. I was able to like fully articulate my answers, because sometimes like it really depends on the mood of the person who is hosting or interviewing. But like sometimes I either forget what they asked me or I am I'm never like 100% happy with how I answered the questions like afterwards. But she sent me the podcast. It's like an hour and 27 minutes long, y'all. And I don't even know if she cut it down, but the podcast was so good. It literally felt like we were just casually talking. But it was all about my business, how I came to be retired, what I do now, who I help, how I help them, my views on how people run their businesses, and things like that. So really good. What I need to do though is I need to let her know which snippets of audio that I want, because she sent me 4 to market the podcast, but those just wouldn't be the 4 that I would use. So she asked me to let her know like if I would use a different, you know, set of snippets to let her know. So I'm gonna let her know, but that means I gotta listen to it all over again. And I listened to it when I took my daughter to the bouncy house place. So not the bouncy house place, she's older than that. Let me not do her like that. It's like you guys seeing a day in my life. So basically all y'all saw was that I had 3 calls and then I ran to get some food, and now I'm going home to relax. And that is honestly my day. Message to anybody who is working for themselves: continue to be self-disciplined, because your self-discipline, because nobody else is like over your shoulder or like checking for you or managing you, evaluating you. Like when you have self-discipline, you can really make your business how you want it to be. Like you have the power to do that, and not only just create it the way that you want it, but you actually have the self-discipline to push it. Yeah, I was thinking about that with my schedule when I was talking earlier about like how I don't really do work on the weekends, and it was not always like that, y'all. Like y'all don't know me as a hairstylist or a salon owner. Y'all know me as a business coach now. But there were many years where I literally worked all week and weekend, and I would be missing people's birthdays, family events that happened like during the day. And I would be too tired when I got off of work to like go out or anything. I remember those days. It would be like a Saturday and I am too tired to go out. And then on Sunday, I just want to sleep in. I just want to relax. So like my whole week would be done. But I'm so happy that like I realized that I really love the business side more than I love doing hair. And that I made that pivot, like I made that switch to retire, because man, I say all that to say self-discipline. Practice that muscle. Practice your self-discipline muscle and your consistency muscle, because both of those need to continuously be worked on and practiced. And once you do that, I promise y'all, like, first of all, things start to shift and move the way that you want them to move and start to align with your efforts. And things just attach to you. Like you're able to sustain things longer. Like I was telling my friend that I know of an opportunist. And I've noticed that nothing attaches to this person, because everything is just another opportunity. It's like they were reactive and always like grinding, hustling, like just looking for the next opportunity, but nothing was attaching, nothing was sticking, because being an opportunist is not being intentional. It's not like actually building something solid, something sustainable. It's just kind of like literally going day by day, and whatever the day brings you, you're going to take that opportunity and take that opportunity. So and I'm definitely not like that. I can't. That's just too, that's like, it's not me at all. So yeah, if you are an entrepreneur, thinking about being an entrepreneur, thinking about being a solopreneur, business owner, or whatever, even if it's part-time, just really practice your self-discipline and your consistency muscle, and being intentional, which is all my coaching business is about, helping people be more intentional with the business that they build so that they can see long-term success, not short-term sporadic success. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but like long-term consistency success and scaling. All right, y'all, that's it. I'm gonna close out this vlog. Today was a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Y'all, why my phone? Why did my phone cut off? Anyways, I didn't want to leave y'all hanging like that. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and join this side of YouTube where your minimalistic girl Jules, drops jewels sometimes, but also just keeps it real, keeps it cash, and shows you a day in life. Until next time, bye.